What's good, YouTube? It's your boy TSO Sage and I'm back with another video. Now, to me personally, one of the most underrated things about the NBA season is when players speak out, but not only speak out, they keep it 100. Like, it's one thing for a player to be like, oh, we played bad, that's why we lost. Or a player to be like, I really had a good night, that's why we won. But when players talk about things they don't typically talk about, you need to pay attention. Because we as fans often spin many different narratives about these players. But I find it a million times more interesting about the narratives between the players themselves. Or better yet, how do they respond to the narratives that we made about them? And even before the season, but let alone during the season, there's been many players who have spoken out, and some of the stuff they be saying is off the chain, I'm not gonna lie. Because it's either facts, a boatload of confidence, or it's just something we need to pay attention to regardless. So in this video, I'm going to be covering some of the interesting quotes that we've gotten in the off season, and obviously in the short regular season. And I'm just gonna discuss what they said, what does it mean, and more importantly, if there's any facts or substance behind it, or is bro just tripping on the mic for some clout. So without further ado, if you guys like the video, don't forget to like the video, and let's get right to it. So as of this recording, no team has even played 7 games yet, but that's not gonna stop NBA Twitter from rushing into its little hot takes. And one of the popular takes out there is the fact that Steph Curry's career is either invalidated or this is a prove it season for him. And as far as these 5 games go, Steph Curry has definitely struggled, which obviously means the Warriors altogether have struggled. And while there's this little fake quote about Steph Curry that's trending that even got my neck for a little bit, what Damian Lillard said in real life is actually kind of wild.
The injuries that the Warriors been dealing with, and Steph playing with a younger team right now. He's saying that it's tough to get those quality looks right now. It's different than what it's looked like, over the last 4 or 5 years for him. So you don't really have that luxury to just like take one from that deep, just to be taking it. Like in the past, you might have. So, I'm the same, getting a lot of attention from defenses. So I ain't gonna just come out and just fire one just cause. Like I gotta get it going first. So I think we both seeing the same thing in that way. So it's gonna, once the season kind of get rolling and everybody kind of get all the way in form, I think that's when you're gonna see it.
In case for some dumb reason I can't play the clip, plus I just want to recap it anyway, he's seeing that it's tough to get those quality looks right now. It's different than what it's looked like the last 4 or 5 years for him. Now quickly after this quote broke out, everybody went at Damian Lillard talking about he's just bitter. And although there's several angles to dissect this quote, I don't think that's one of them. When you really pay attention to what he said, let alone how he said it, it's just true. Unless you want to correct him and say even further back to the 2019 playoffs. But outside of that, again, it's just true. Outside of Steph Curry himself, and with Draymond Green being out, the Warriors roster in terms of age averages to 23. And in fact, the younger guys are often the better guys of the roster. Even though he's a bust, Andrew Wiggins is still better than the other people I'm about to name later. But yeah, we're talking about Wiggins, Oubre, Pascal, Wiseman, Chris, Poole, Looney versus guys like Brad Wanamaker, Kent Bazemore, and Damian Lee, even though Damian Lee's been okay. But yeah, it's a really young roster, and when you can argue that Andrew Wiggins is the most talented of it, outside of Curry, but I don't think I need to say that. Yeah, the team isn't that good, especially when it's breaking news that a player finally hits a 3. And even though I don't think Kelly Oubre will be this bad the remainder of the season, Dame hit it on the money. Curry can't take no more of them fuck it threes. Which, and I guess you're gonna call this a hot take or whatever, but Steph Curry shooting fuck it threes is a big part of the Warriors' identity. His ability to make the shots along with the confidence in Steph Curry alone gets the whole morale up. Basketball is a game of momentum. It's how the Warriors turn those 5-point games into 20-point games. Or how you couldn't even take a bathroom break for the Warriors to come back down 20. Can't do that if you're not surrounded by shooters, number 1, because nobody on the Warriors can really shoot. And 2, if you have a bunch of young guys who are still trying to learn the game itself, learn who they are as a player themselves, let alone the playbook, let alone how to play winning basketball with Steph Curry. So yeah, I didn't take that as the Dame's bitter. However, can you take this as Dame trying to incite that he's been down bad, or that he's just simply better than Steph Curry? You goddamn right. Whether it's necessarily true or not, why wouldn't Dame think he's the best point guard in the league? Technically, he's not off to the best start to this season, but he just got done playing the best basketball of his life, and I'm pretty certain that's gonna resume shortly. And it's no shade at his teammates, but it's just true. He hasn't had the help Steph Curry's had. Like, if you were Damian Lillard right now, there'd be no way you thought you were worse than Steph Curry. Fair enough. But my final take on the subject so we can move on, if Dame was actually better than Steph Curry, he wouldn't have got swept by him in 2019. But Sage, the Warriors had better defenders, and Curry had Klay Thompson. Well, first of all, what do you just want a one-on-one? Or Dame to have his regular squad and then Curry to come out there with nobody? And 2, you want to know why it appears why the Blazers had, quote, no defenders? Maybe it's because Steph and Klay, let alone Draymond, even though y'all called Draymond and Iggy scrubs the entire season, but whatever, you want to make them good for the series, fine. But yeah, maybe it's because Steph and Klay actually play better defense than Dame and CJ. And maybe they're better offensively than Dame and CJ. It's almost like Steph and Klay are better than Dame and CJ. Ooh, ah. Anyway, next we're gonna talk about something Kyrie Irving said, which is guaranteed to be hilarious. Now, this is a little old, but I never did a video like this, so pardon me. But there was no way I was gonna sit here and do a video like this and not mention this quote.
One thing I've always been comfortable with is you know, I felt like I was the best option on every team I played for, you know, down the stretch. This is the first time in my career where I could look down and be like, that motherfucker can make that shot too.
I felt like I was the best option on every team I played for down the stretch. This is the first time in my career where I can be like, that motherfucker can make that shot too. Now, as everyone's initial reaction was, don't even lie about it, everybody instantly thought about LeBron James. And this is why I said earlier, it's interesting what the narrative is between players themselves. Because the LeBron James isn't clutch thing is definitely a thing in sports media, but if that's going on in the locker rooms too, oh my goodness. But to cut right to the chase, I'm not gonna fanboy here. Obviously, LeBron James is clutch. In fact, he's really clutch. In fact, he's one of the clutchest players of all time, without any question whatsoever. And the literal only reason people give him shit for not being a quote-quote clutch player is because LeBron James doesn't value being clutch in terms of only shooting the ball. And I mean that in the most literal way possible, because if he lays the ball up or dunks the ball, it's not clutch. And then people just instantly put LeBron on some dumb high standard, like above GOAT tier standards, just some made up insane level standard. Oh, LeBron, you made a clutch shot when the game was tied. Do it when you're down one. Like, bro, what the fuck? You want to change the game? Just alter the scorecard just to make a moment? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? And when he does that, if it's like 0.2 seconds left on the shot clock, oh, the buzzer didn't go off. Make it when the buzzer goes off. Like, what? I'm not even gonna waste my time. One day I'll do a video directly on LeBron James, but yeah, he's clutch. And if Kyrie's cool is insinuating otherwise, he's nuts. However, and potentially the saving grace for Kyrie is if he's being extremely literal. If Kyrie is talking about shooting fadeaway contested threes, a crazy spin jumper pull-up, or anything of that nature, then I don't necessarily agree with Kyrie, but I can completely understand it. Because Kyrie shoots better than LeBron James, and Kevin Durant shoots better than Kyrie. So if Kyrie's trying to say LeBron's a clutch player and he's great, but there's simply shots that have a way better chance of making than LeBron does, that is borderline a fact. But then he looks at Kevin Durant and he's like, okay, he's at least an equal level shot creator as I am, let alone a pure shooter. If that's the case, then nobody should be mad at what Kyrie said. A couple people tried to get at me when I said this, therefore I'm gonna say it again because it's true. LeBron James and Kevin Durant are all-time level scorers. Kevin Durant is noticeably a better scorer. Outside of bronzexuals, nobody looks at those two and go, oh yeah, give me LeBron James, he's actually just a better scorer. Outside of literally finishing at the rim, it's not even close. To be honest, the reason why I use the word marginal is only because LeBron James is arguably the best finisher of all time. So yeah, saying Kevin Durant is noticeably a better scorer, it wasn't a lot of you at all because most of you have brains, but there was like 2 or 3 of you that took offense to that, and you're stupid. Stop fanboying, watch the game. Sincerely, TSO Sage. And by the way, and I don't want to waste too much time on it, but LeBron James, who is typically one of the most well-spoken people in sports media, responded to Kyrie with nothing but respect, and to be honest, only as deepest and darkest haters can really spin that into something else. Because he wasn't capping in anything he said, it was so obvious on the court, many quotes off of it, but he always wanted best for Kyrie Irving. And even though it's 100% Kyrie's right to want to be his own guy, and to want to depart from that situation, which by the way, y'all gave Kyrie a lot of shit for, but it's actually something that should be encouraged because it's quite literally the opposite of what KD did, but y'all bitched about that anyway. But yeah, if Kyrie wants to depart from that situation, especially when it comes off as a father-son thing and they're both grown-ass men, it ain't like Kyrie said nothing too crazy, and it really wasn't a big deal as people tried to make it to be, but it also then makes sense for LeBron to be hurt by that. If you watch the entire podcast, he didn't come off soft or anything, and he said it best in one word. Damn.
Kyrie is a monster late game. That's not even a question.
Right.
But he said, like, yo, this was the first time playing with KD that he looks down the line and there's somebody else that can also make said shot.
Kai is one of the most talented players I've ever played with in my life.
Fact.
I had so much confidence in him. I actually told Kyrie, if you were not a league MVP, you were selling yourself short. So when I heard the comment that Kyrie made, I wanted to find the whole transcript, but also call my people.
Yeah.
Send me the whole transcript. I was a little like damn. I only wanted to see him be an MVP of our league.
Next up, a very short segment on Paul George, just being Paul George again. Because following all the playoff P slander, he just hits the media with the most Paul George thing possible.
For everyone who was doubting you and talking shit, that's your solo camera right there. What can they expect next season from you?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm coming back. I'm back with my trainer that I had my MVP season. I'm on motherfuckers' asses.
Ooh, I'm back with my trainer that I had my MVP season. I'm healthiest as I've been in a long time. I'm on motherfuckers' asses. Now here's the thing, and before any potential toxicity, audacity because I don't script shit, so I don't know what I'm gonna say. But y'all know I don't actually hate Paul George the person, or Kyle Kuzma, who I'm gonna get into in a minute, the person, or anybody. I don't have actual hate for any player, like what the fuck? It's 100% fandom in basketball, especially about Paul George because he's a good guy, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I'm gonna put it in the video or not, but literally in the middle of that quote, he talks about how he works out the Kobe speeches and Kobe inspiration.
I listen to Kobe on a daily basis. I just pull up motivational Kobe. They be like 15, 8 minutes long. I don't listen to a soundtrack. I put that Kobe motivational speech shit on, and I just listen to him talk while I'm lifting, while I'm on the court.
Like, that's just a W. How can you hate that? Being said, though, I know Kyrie is a nut sometimes, and that IG post about the media being pawns, I mean, that was just what the fuck. But Paul George, by far and wide, is the worst person in sports media when you consider what he says compared to what actually happens on the court. I'm with my MVP trainer now. Like, okay, what does that mean, Paul? You gonna win MVP? Whoa there, everybody. Stop the presses. Paul George is locked in. Yeah. We know what we're waiting for with you, bro. He can go ape shit on opening night all he wants to, and he can get blown out by 50 all he wants to. But literally nobody cares what you do until the playoffs. And if you're locked in, okay, cool. I guess you weren't locked in last season, right? I guess you were taking it easy, but it's okay, you're locked in now. This is why it's a short segment, because quotes like that, he's gonna do it to himself. Write it down, everybody. I'm on motherfuckers' asses. I'm locked in. The basically $226 million man. Just remember you said that, my nigga. Remember that. And hopefully we get more quotes later on, but if you guys like this video, I'll definitely do a part 2. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm being a hoe. I need 2K likes. And I need more quotes. I don't wanna do no mid-ass video. But yeah, 2K likes, wild-ass quotes, part 2 will be on its way. But last and certainly least, we have Kyle Kuzma. You guys know what type of time this is. Everybody done spam me about it, and you guys seem to forget that I watch basketball heavily, so I already saw it. But for those of you that didn't see it, or don't know what he said,
players in the league, you know, they put up 20, 25 points, but not have a chance to win an NBA championship. Did your perspective change maybe this season?
I just look at Kawhi Leonard, for example. He was a Spur for 3, 4, 5 years, whatever it was. Waited his turn behind, Duncan and Ginobili and Parker, and then did his thing. So I just take it with a progression mindset, mentality, just try to get better every day, focus on what I can control, and my time's coming.
I just look at Kawhi Leonard as an example. He was a Spur for 3, 4, 5 years or whatever it was, waiting his turn behind Duncan, Ginobili, Parker, and then did his thing, etc., etc. My time is coming. We all wish you were Kawhi, bro. We all wish you were Kawhi, my guy.
Oh, but Sage, now you're just being toxic. He clearly uses it as inspiration.
He literally said, my time is coming. What is your time? What is Kuzma time? What is Kuzma time? First, we're aligning contracts with LeBron and AD because he's some third star again. And now Kuzma time is on the way, boys. Don't worry, Laker fans, don't worry. When LeBron retires, fuck Anthony Davis. We got Kuzma time. My time is coming. I wish your time was up. And for the tirade of the Kyle Kuzma stands that are gonna be in the comment section, somehow crying about it, listen here, motherfucker. You barely stand a top 5 Laker. Nobody cares what you think. Shut up. And it's not one of the cool ones like Brandon Ingram or Shannon Brown. And he's not even one of those bums that's so bad it's funny. Like, standing Marcelo Huertas was the funniest shit ever. You stand Kyle Kuzma, shut up. But that's gonna do it for today's video. It's been your boy TSO Sage. Again, 2K likes, interesting quotes. Part 2 will be on the way. Without that, I'm not going to, so don't ask me. Being said, despite the like goal, if you guys like the video, like the video. If you like my content, subscribe. Why the fuck you watching my shit and you're not subscribed? It's been your boy TSO Sage. I'ma holla at y'all later. Take care and stay blessed.